What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to go over, in my personal opinion, the best settings you can have for Warzone and Modern Warfare 2 for console players. I see a lot of people on here today talking about PC and stuff like that, and, well, I'm a console user myself, so I decided, with Warzone 2 dropping in a little under a week on November 16th, why not go over all my settings and what I think, in my personal opinion, are the best for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. So, starting off with the controller, a lot of this is going to be, based off your personal preference. Myself, I have stick layout as default, controller vibrations off. Make sure chat, like, seriously guys, sorry, I said chat, make sure you guys have controller vibrations off. This is a pivotal setting. I remember one time I used to always have my controller vibrations when I was playing shooter games. Then somebody told me to turn it off, and I haven't switched. I've always had it off. It improves your aiming like tenfold. It is insane. You don't actually like think about it, but like when you're shooting and your controller's vibrating, your aim is definitely getting messed up. So make sure you have controller vibrations off. Horizontal sensitivity in vertical is 6.6 for myself, and the sensitivity multiplier is 1. I don't have any aim sensitivity multipliers or anything like that. My ADS is hold. Make sure you guys have automatic tac sprint on. It is essential if you want to save your hand. This is the one setting that is varies for me, at least between Warzone 1 and, or I mean, sorry, no, Warzone, for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, is the reload behavior. If I were to play Warzone 2, I would change this to tap to interact, because then it'd be like contextual tap from Warzone 1, so you don't have to like hold to pick up armor satchels and ammo and stuff like that. You can just tap. But if I'm playing Modern Warfare, I'm just going to keep it as tap to reload, because there's no real need. So yeah. Make sure if you are playing Warzone 2, though, make sure you have tap to interact. And armor plate behavior, make sure you have as apply all, so you don't have to just hit Y every time. You can hold Y down to get it all done in the same go. And moving on to the advanced section, make sure you have target aim assist on. If you're playing a controller and you don't have target aim assist on, I mean, it's basically cheating, you know what I mean? So, and also make sure you have the aim assist type as Black Ops, and aim response curve is dynamic. These two settings are pivotal. They're basically broken in this game. A lot of people are calling for it to be nerfed because of how overpowered it is. So make sure you guys take advantage of it while you can. Melee sensitive multiplier is 1, ADS instant. Dead zones, this is all depending on controller. If you have a brand new controller, you can have a really low dead zone. If you have a chalked controller like myself, you want to have a high dead zone. The only setting that I've been told to change, and I've found is pretty nice, is change your left stick max input to 0.75 or somewhere around there. It makes movement feel a lot nicer. I did the same thing in Vanguard, so yeah, that's the only thing I would suggest changing. That anyone can do, but other than that, left stick, and this is all mandatory, or not mandatory, but preference per controller and stuff like that. Like I said, if you have a brand new controller, have it like lower. If you have an old controller that's chalk like myself, have it higher. Moving on, auto move forward, I have that off. Ground mantle off. Automatic air mantle, I have it as partial. Automatic ground mantle off. Invert slide standard. Plundering underwater. I haven't really touched any of the movement mechanic underwater. I think the movement into water in this game is pretty good, so I haven't really touched any of that. And yeah, the rest of this I haven't really gone through and touched. I think it's all good to be basic. Moving on to the graphics section. This is key for like US Warzone console players. If you guys are on console, make sure you have on-demand texture on. Helps with it. And also, world motion blur, turn that off. Weapon motion blur, turn that off. Film grain, I suggest having it as 0. Just makes the game look a lot cleaner. Depth of field off. If you are on console, take advantage of this. Fidelity cast, especially if you have a Series X or a PlayStation 5 or just one of the newer gen consoles, please take advantage of this. It makes your game look 1,000 times better if you have Fidelity cast on and Fidelity FX cast strength to 100. It is so much nicer than playing it with it at 0 or off. Field of view, I personally like running 105. I kind of vary between the 105 to 110 range, whatever I'm feeling. Make sure you also have it as affected. Weapon field of view, this is a new setting for this year. I've found it best to be, or my best of luck and better gameplay to do wide. The weapon looks better. I don't know. It's all preference. You can mess around with that, but in my personal opinion, I would say do wide. Third person doesn't really matter. I don't do it. Make sure you guys have your camera shakes at least 50%. This game, out of every game, the camera shaking is crazy, so you definitely want to minimize as much as you can. Brightness is preference. Safe area is preference as well. Mine is default. Moving on to audio. My audio mix, I have it as headphones bass boost. Then my master volume, I have 90. If I was really sweaty, I would turn it up to 100 and stuff like that, but this game is really, really loud, so having it as 90 and stuff, it is preference at the end of the day, so it doesn't really matter. The effects 100, music 0, dialogue 100, mono audio off, and stuff like that. I have my subtitles as default. I kind of like having subtitles on. Voice chat on. This is not really anything you guys really need to mess with. This is all just preferences at the end of the day. And then interface. And once again, this is kind of like all preference. I haven't really touched anything in here. One thing I would make sure you definitely want to make sure your mini map is on square instead of round, just so you get more visual. You can see more. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, this is all kind of, you know, preference at the end of the day. Definitely want to have hit markers on. I mean, I haven't met one person that says turn hit markers off, so. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, this is one setting actually I will say, if you guys, this is new in Modern Warfare 2, if you guys like having like a center dot in the center of your screen, like where your aim is at all times, because in this game, your crosshair moves everywhere, you're turning your crosshairs like flying across the screen. If you put this setting on, there will be a center dot at the center of your screen at all times, will not move. So if you guys want to like work on your centering and stuff like that, I would highly suggest turning this on and playing around with it. I don't run it with it on. I don't see a preference, but there's a lot of people that are saying, you know, it helps their aim. So, you know, try it. If you like it, keep it. If you don't have it on, you know. But yeah, that's about it. I don't really think there's anything else to go over. But yeah, once again, if you're on console, make sure you guys are taking advantage of the fidelity cast strength. It is pivotal. It makes your game look a ton better. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, don't forget, leave it a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Keep it real.